Right, Mitchell, welcome to Socialcast.
Yeah, man. Nice to see that.
Dive straight into it. So explain a bit who you are, and then we'll go straight dive deep into it.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Mitchell Wilson. I'm 21 years old, originally from Middlesbrough. I'm currently a drama student at Northumbria University. Well, with what's going on, pretty much graduating now. So I'm now getting ready to go into the acting industry, and I'm also on YouTube, and I'm also on TikTok making content online. So yeah, that's pretty much.
We'll dive deeper into that later, but I just want to go over quickly what inspired you to do performing arts. What inspired you to do drama?
I think when I first started school, because I loved school, I absolutely loved it. But I never found something that I had a passion for, like something that I watched or did and thought that's definitely what I want my trade to be. I think once I got the opportunity through school to actually act and perform, I think that's where my first passion came from. So that's why I wanted to jump straight into that industry, because I was just like, that's what I want to do. And I think that's what the drive came from, because that's where my first love was.
Yeah. And how's that panning out for you? I've heard that you're doing, obviously, well, you was working on a feature film just before quarantine, and then obviously I'm assuming it's been pushed back because of it. So just explain what happened there.
Yeah, I got an amazing opportunity to get casted into a production team called North Sky Media, and there was pretty much just an opportunity on social media which I got tagged in and said, you've got to audition for this. Like, it was just an open casting call. I got in touch with Chris Roberts, who's the director. He looked at the way I performed and said, this is how I picture this character to be. And I luckily got the opportunity to be the third cast member, like, in the main storyline, which was, it's obviously a nice boost to get something like that. Yeah, it was sick.
And that's before you leave uni as well. I'm sure that will definitely fill you with hope and inspire you with a lot of confidence. What was the audition process like? Was it a videotape? Was it you going into the studio and acting, or?
No, it wasn't face to face. It was a video self-tape. So he sent me a script with a scene. He said, go through the script, let me know what you think. Pick a scene that you want to just play out and just do it. I pretty much just sent the tape through, and I don't know how far this is true, but he was with the assistant director in, I think it was Starbucks, and I was the first person they watched, and he was trying to get an idea in his mind on what this character would look like. I went first, and he kept saying to the assistant director after each person, still Mitch, like, which obviously, it's nice for him to say that to me, because it gives me that boost, like you're saying, that in the industry you need something that's going to push you and like propel you to want to work harder. 100%. So it's just a nice feeling. But yeah,
110%. And what genre is it? Are you allowed to say? Are you allowed? You got to keep it quiet.
No, I can say it. It's a horror. It's a horror thriller, you could say. I don't know. I'd particularly want to say it's more of like a thriller kind of, but no, it's gonna be sick. Like,
so what's your plans after university? I know it's a big, broad question because there's just so much to do, but like, have you got like a kind of a set goal on what you're trying to go for after uni?
I think my initial thing to just go for is to put myself into the industry, because I think that I've been so caught up in education and having to make sure that's right and actually trying to learn in that area. I just want to actually be in the acting industry, like really put myself out there, go for it and really experience what the world's like. Like, I don't want to have to just say the only thing I've got to underneath my belt is education, because there's more to it than that. Like, I'm 21 years old, but I want to take it on, and I want to actually experience it for myself. And if I don't like it, then I don't like it. But I have that vision of me doing that for the rest of my life. Like, that's my career. Yeah. So I intend on getting in the acting industry, continue what I'm doing online, and just keep growing as a person, and obviously take every opportunity that comes at me. Like, if I get a chance to do this, do that, I just take it, because I think I just want to learn now. I think instead of learning from education and from people, I just want to learn from the world, what's around me.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to get myself up.
Getting your portfolio up there is one of the main things in the creative industry in general, because it's so classed as a creative industry because you're doing art, performing art. So 100%, I think that's the best way to go for it. Talk to me a little bit about YouTube, because that kind of goes hand in hand, especially with like presenting and presentation and stuff like that. Like you kind of already have built a portfolio, if that makes sense, but in a different format of acting.
Yeah, I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years now, which, like, you know, it's quite mind blowing to think that every week I've been wanting to push out a video or do something, regardless of what the content is. It's like, I think it's just nice. I'd say to people a lot, especially in what I do, YouTube and social media is one of the most important tools that you can use right now. Like, it's a straight up fact. Like, I see other actors who have YouTube channels, but they only drop acting stuff, and that's it. Like, but nowhere near. It's like I do that as well, but I'm doing this as well. And I think when people see numbers, comments, likes on what you're doing, they're more attracted to you because there's more to you than that. So I just think, as a performer, social media is massive. Like, you've got to understand it, and if you can use it, you're already one step ahead of the game. Because I think it's the future. It's like, it's everywhere. Everyone uses social media.
100%. 110%. It is going to take over the world in the next, I don't even know, 5 years, maybe next 3 years or so. Like, it is massive. So what inspired you to do YouTube? I know there's probably a lot of different stuff. And obviously explain to people what you do on YouTube, because I know you do various different things. Like, I think that's why your YouTube's so cool to watch, because there's so many different things happening.
Yeah, so I was pretty much inspired from like all strands. Like, I remember you used to speak to my brother. We used to watch YouTube, and he said, "I want to do it. I want to do it." Yeah. And I just like, that was it. Like, it was straight up. Like, I was just like, I want to do it. But it was having that confidence and that drive to say, let's just like go for it. So I originally started off by being in a group with two of my friends. It wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to pan out. So as soon as I went to university, took it upon myself to carry on. Yeah. Made like mine pretty much, and started making vlogs at university, doing challenges, literally just anything. That I think the only key thing for me on YouTube is just doing things that I want to make. Like, if I want to make a video about that or do this, that's what I do. But recently I'm starting to try and tailor it back to acting, because that's what my like niche is. If I it's like, that's what people are drawn to. But inspirations, like loads. Like, at the time, like, it was like Niall, obviously. It was Niall, Joe Weller, KSI, like, just everyone I was watching, I was just like, I want to do that. I just want. And I think once I did it, I felt so much better. I think I was just struggling to find something else to do with it, 'cause I don't think I wanted to do just acting alone. I didn't feel I wanted to give something more. And when I started doing that, it was a nice release, because I love it. I'm on YouTube all the time.
And it's all about finding a niche as well with YouTube. Like, YouTube's so massive now, and literally like probably 80% of the population's on it. So it's kind of like, you've got to find your niche, and I think acting's great. You can be creative with it. You could definitely do like skits and short comedy films or whatever you want to do, like, and just make it your own, if that makes sense. So it's like, you could really step up the game and be different, I reckon, with YouTube, 110%. And I'm willing to help out on that as well, especially with short film stuff. So what are your goals with YouTube? Because I know for me, it's like, I'm just building a community at the moment. I just want to help as much people out, have some sort of community. And obviously, everyone already knows YouTube pays pretty well. So it's obviously getting to a point where you're earning some sort of passive income. And it's also very enjoyable. I love doing it. So what's the goal for you?
I know, I'm past caring about numbers now, to be honest. I know I'm not massive. I'm not getting millions of hits or whatever, and I'm not like, my channel hasn't grew in subscribers in like since like August, and that's like a fact, like straight up, like, and I have to be honest about that. Like since August, it's been exactly the same, which is like, but obviously I want to see that growth, but I just don't, like, it doesn't bother me anymore as much as it used to, because I'm just like, I want to make content that people will enjoy. Like if one person's enjoying it, then that's great, and it's like, that's just like something that'll come with it. But obviously I just want to grow as much as possible. I'd love to, but it's like
that
now it's just,
it comes at different times, and I'm the exact same. Like I don't do YouTube for the money or for the numbers or for anything else. I just do it because, one, I really enjoy it, and two, I'm getting a lot of feedback and a lot of people are loving my videos and I'm helping a lot of people out and stuff. So that's like the main reason why I do it. And it's like a video log. I can look back on it in the next 5 years and be like, oh my God, as if I were doing that 5 years ago.
but we do that now. My uni mates were the rank. We were on the phone to them the other day, and we were talking about my first ever vlogs, and they were laughing. They were laughing about it, but they were saying like you're so like, you just weren't, like, it's not what it is now, because you've always been a bit nervous, or you weren't as comfortable as you were like doing it in front of camera. I said, yeah, but it's funny to look back now, but I had to go through that process to get to where I am now, where I could sit in front of a camera and just talk. Like back then, I couldn't do that like to that degree.
Yeah.
So,
and I respect that, mate, because it'll build your confidence a ton. So before you even got to uni and did performing arts, you kind of already gained your confidence through YouTube, which it's a massive thing to have in life, confidence. And not many people have it, like, being completely honest. A lot of people struggle with confidence and the ability to step up and perform when they need to. I want to talk about TikTok because that is actually blowing up very fast for you, especially especially during quarantine. You've been putting out so much content on TikTok. You slowed down a bit over the past few weeks, but I'm assuming you've got lots of assessments to do and assignments and stuff.
yeah.
But you've had some massive hits on that. Talk to me about that.
No, honestly, I think one thing, going back to the whole YouTube thing, like with TikTok being like the new media, like it's like, this is what everyone's on now. TikTok's,
it's huge.
And I originally wasn't going to do it. Originally wasn't going to do it, but my girlfriend was like, nah, like jump on it, definitely, like just jump on it. So I did it, and I think obviously that's like another platform for me to kind of put content on. It's a bit easier because it's just content that can be done so easily. And I think it was nice, since I wasn't getting massive hits on YouTube, to see the numbers on there like crazy. But not long ago, when we were in the lakes, me and all my friends, and I think, like, every day, like for like the past week or two, like I was getting like 1,000 followers a day, and to me that was like
huge.
Like I couldn't process that. But my thing is, like, obviously with stuff going on at uni at the moment, once that's out the way, like I want to just absolutely go for it, like just bash out content, because like I feel like it's just too big now. Like it's growing so much that it's just, to leave it would be like a bad mistake.
Like you're on 30,000 followers, and how long you've even had it? I don't think you've even had it that long.
That's funny, actually. I was watching one of my old vlogs, and on November the 3rd, I put a video out on YouTube and I said, go follow my TikTok. I think I had 100 followers, I think. But it's just mental. Like it's sick to see numbers as well. Like it's nice.
5 months, you've got 30,000 followers. That doesn't even consider the likes. Like the likes are like over the scale. Like the likes are crazy. You've got so much likes on it. It's mad, mate.
Sometimes I don't think about that. Like sometimes, like, because obviously I'm wanted to make as much content as possible, but sometimes I forget what I've already kind of accomplished, like
Mm-hmm.
with the like, cause I don't see that. Like, I don't see that. I see me making, again, what you're saying, like with YouTube, making it because like I love it. Like, I think it's hilarious. I look back at some of my videos and I laugh at myself because I think it's like,
That Love
but
Island one is genius. I fucking love that.
which one?
The Love Island one.
Oh, the Love Art. Yeah, that one.
It was so funny.
It's just about being creative. I think when you've got social media and when you've got ideas running in your head, you've just got to be creative. Like make what you've got. Like I love your tutorials on like how to do stuff like on YouTube. It's like same with TikTok. Like if you can picture something or like how like you want to present like an idea or a thought you've had, do that. Like it's in your hand. Like just
100%,
creative.
110%. It's a bit more difficult for like with me because TikTok's more of an entertaining platform, innit? I would say more than kind of informational or anything to do with that kind of stuff. I would definitely say it's more entertainment based because a lot of kids are on it. That's why, which is obviously the fact. So it is a difficult one for me as a filmmaker to kind of engage with that young audience, unless I was doing comedy skits, but that's kind of not my route or what I want to go to. So it's all about staying true to yourself as well on the platforms and not just selling out numbers.
Yeah, I'd never make content that didn't make me happy. I just like it's not you don't do that. Like you just.
A lot of people say follow the trend and you'll soon blow, but it's like I'd rather blow by creating something that I really truly believe in and staying true to myself, because then I'm not chasing after numbers. I'm chasing after my own originality. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's your vision then? So like, let's say, give yourself some time because obviously you're just finishing uni. So that's in the next 5 to 10 years. Like, what would you like to have accomplished in that time period? Because I want you to look back on this, listen to it, and clip it, and then play it again when you get to that stage in your life.
I think for me, I'd really like to be established as an actor, like straight up, like really established.
In UK or like worldwide, like Hollywood?
See, I'm not limiting myself to just the UK. Like I'm not like even in the same sense, like on social media, like you've got people who watch your videos around the like thingy and want to go further. Like I'd love to spend time in America. I'd love to spend a year and probably just fall in love with it and be like this is it now. Like 'cause you can't just limit yourself to where you are. But I will say I really want to. I think key thing I want to establish myself as an actor, whether that be on stage or on screen. I want to really build my brand as much as possible. Like really go for it. Like I just want to be. I want people to look at what I'm doing. Like, I just want people to like look at what I'm doing and just say like be inspired. Just like that's class. Like, that's just like it's awesome. And like it's just for me as well. Like I just want to absolutely go for it in the industry because I think like saying right at the beginning, once education's over, like that's it. Like I've got to really put myself out there.
Yeah.
Which like I think. Which I'm happy I've been doing anyway, like with certain opportunities I've been given. I'm glad that I'm doing that now before I actually get out. I'm preparing myself for what it's going to be like.
100%. It's going to be a roller coaster, mate. I tell you now.
It's going to be mad. It's going to be sick.
It's going to be a story to tell, I tell you. Well, I think that's everything, unless you want to say else or you want to like say a no or give any advice to people that are wanting to go into your steps.
I'd say to anyone who wants to pursue acting, if anyone wants to just go for it, just do it. Don't like if you really, really want to go for it, or even just anything, just do it. Like don't question or think, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Like you can do anything, like straight up, absolutely anything.
There's no limits, is there, to life?
No, man.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mitch. I appreciate your time. Keep smashing out uni, and then next thing you know, you're going to be in a big wide world, mate. A whole different level.
Definitely.
Well, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll definitely catch up soon, no doubt.
Definitely, man. Awesome. Take it easy, man.
Good luck. Bye-bye.